And your thalamus in the center of your brain is known as where all the five senses come in. Your thalamus is actually what allows you to connect to the sun and the earth to create biologic rhythms. You've heard of those, called the circadian rhythms. Do you know what the emission of the thalamus is? 7.83 hertz. You know what that is? That's the Schumann resonance of the earth. Where does that come from, Marty? That's when the solar wind hits our ionosphere, you make an aurora, electricity comes down in lightning. The ionosphere that we live in on the tectonic surface is like the inside of a guitar. Every time electricity hits the planet, it creates a waveform. That waveform is 7.83 hertz. Your brain, every living thing, let me be clear about this. Every living thing on the planet emits this alpha wave. What did MK Ultra, SRI, and the Brain Health Initiative teach DARPA? That if you disconnect people from that signal, you can take over the controls of the brain. So what did they do then? Once they take that away, then they start using directed energy weapons to target different senses in you. And what's the ultimate effect? They started to do this at scale in the Iraq War. Do you want to know why all these guys came back in the theater with PTSD? That's the reason why. Now, I'm not going to tell you this, but I left my practice in Nashville because I knew this was going on. I've never told anybody this. I went to Mississippi specifically to work at the Hattiesburg Clinic. Do you know why I went? Hattiesburg Clinic had a government contract with the military where people would come and go from the theater. Do you know what that allowed me to do? It allowed me to examine people pre and post for these injuries.